What are you doing here?
I'm gonna try a launch.
You're gonna try a launch?
Yeah.
Let me hold up too. Oh, So Riley, a friend of mine you guys have seen on the channel, he had the 1.8T Golf that we swapped the KO4 turbo on. Oh geez, this is a big dip. He's just about to go on brakes, so we're gonna pop by. He hasn't seen the car since we changed the lights, but also he hasn't heard the headers, and he's the one that we're supposed to be racing soon. So since we swapped the KO4 turbo on his car, he's been wanting to race, and we're gonna do it just for fun. There's the car we're gonna race soon.
It's slow.
So's this. Are you gonna piss anyone off if I rev in the parking lot at your work?
No. Did I rev?
I guess he's gonna rev it. Hey.
It's more violent.
What do you mean more violent? Like it just sounds louder?
It's more aggressive.
Hold this and I'll rev it. So you can hear from the back. The pops, like the burbles that's on it, sounds awesome.
My turn. Sounds much scarier than my car.
I don't know about that. I don't have turbo spool noises. Look at those. You got your summer tires back on. Whoa. Your last one wasn't like dirty or anything, but this is way cleaner.
I need to wash it.
Max Speeding Rods KO4 turbo. That's the same. You put the KO4 from Max Speeding Rods back on there?
Yeah.
Still trucking. Oh my gosh. That tip is huge. Dude, your blow-off valve sounds sick. What is it?
It's the RKX one, the $45 one on Amazon.
Dude, your exhaust tip is a melon launcher. I think, dude, that sounds dope. It sounds really mean. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous of the turbo sounds. Yeah, like exhaust and stuff sounds cool, but when you can couple that with like turbo spool and blow off noises, it's even better. You do performance mods on your car. I feel like you feel the power right away, and then you get used to it and feel like your car's slow again. So that's kind of the way I feel. I'm gonna give Riley a ride in the BMW. It's been a while since he's been in that, and we'll see what he thinks. I don't know. It's hard for me to say. I feel like I'm getting used to the power, and I don't know. You always hunger for more. It doesn't really ever stop if you play the power game. It's a lot better, like, when you have a turbo car and you do something with performance, you get like 40 horsepower at a time. You do something in the car that's NA and you get like 5 to 15, and the difference is way smaller.
Geez, that let you in first gear at that speed?
Yeah.
Jeez.
My trans fluid's hot. Okay, ready?
Okay, go. This car is like almost deceitful because it has really short gears, so you're just like smashing through the gears. Okay, here we go. Huh? Yeah. Oh, here we go, here we go. You gonna do one? Hopefully it doesn't smack you.
That left big old black lines on the road.
Dude, it's stinky. You got that death smell again.
These tires suck too. They're just about gone, but when they get hot, they're so slippery. You know what they say, if you don't turn around every time you leave the car to take a look, you've bought the wrong car. Back in the Volkswagen. It's been a while since I've sat in here.
It's got a fresh motor.
I I don't know. The second gear feels like it pulls harder to me, but it's so hard to tell when you're comparing an NA car to a turbo car because they pull a lot differently. The torque when a turbo spools and hits makes it feel so fast. What are you doing here?
I'm gonna try to launch.
You're gonna try to launch?
Yeah.
Let me hold up two hands. Oh, dude, those two guys that were out there on a smoke break probably just scared the crap out of them with the pops from that.
Yeah, I really gotta figure out what's going on with this thing because sometimes it rips hard. Sometimes it just tears. And sometimes it like does this thing where it like bogs down. Like, let's see if we can get it to do.
Whoa, dude. That pulls hard.
One thing I do know is this is the funnest cheap car I've ever had in my life.
Seriously. Who's gonna win out of these two German cars? The KO4 swapped 1.8T Golf probably has a little less power maybe. It has to have more torque. It feels way torqueier. And then this, a little bit heavier, like 3,150 pounds. I don't know. It's gonna be close. Bye, Riley.
Kill me with anticipation, brother.
Welcome back to another beautiful day here in Utah. It's 70 degrees and sunny outside. I can't wait to film some awesome content for you guys outside. Okay, well, not outside. Unfortunately today, we're actually stuck in the garage. Like 50 or 60 years ago, somebody decided it'd be a really good idea to just plant a ton of cottonwood trees around here. And for like 2 weeks out of the year, there's so much cotton blowing through the air that it gets in your nose, gets in your face, makes my allergies go crazy. So we're back in the garage with the garage shut like it's the middle of winter. Me freezing my butt off trying to film in here all winter. But it's the middle of summer, so here we are. But I'm super excited to film today's episode because we're gonna be doing something that's gonna be making some huge changes to the E36. Now usually, like aesthetically, when you wanna make big changes to a car, you gotta spend, well, for instance, like $2 grand or more on a set of wheels and tires to change the look big time. But I found in like the cars that I modified, just a few handful of those, that there's some things you can do that really are not that much money that are still gonna make a huge difference in the way that the car's gonna look. And today we're gonna be doing one of those things. As much as I love looking at these halos, let's turn these off before the battery goes dead. But wait a second, take a good look, because it's not gonna be looking like this for long. For all you guys wondering, by the way, since we have made a bunch of changes on the car recently with the headers and the tune, I've been able to put like 500 or so miles on this car. I've been driving it a ton. But the headers are still doing awesome. I love the bronze color they get once they get nice and hot. It's so crazy for me to say this because it really doesn't feel that long, but I bought this E36 like a little over 3 years ago. I'm gonna put up a picture of the screen about what this car looked like when I first bought it. Pretty big difference. I had to make a bunch of little changes to give the car just the look that I like and the look that it has right now. But it's been this way for a pretty long time, and honestly, I'm getting kind of bored of it, and when that happens, you gotta make some changes. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. You can get lost for hours just scrolling through photos and photos and photos of E36s, trying to just get some inspiration of what you think that you like and what you think that you don't like, and then try to make a decision on what you're gonna do to your car based off of what you see. So hopefully, I think today what I'm gonna do is gonna help you guys make a decision on what you like on your car the most. Speaking of things on my car, I get a ton of comments in the comment section and also on Instagram about all these different parts like the spoiler, these dark corner lights, my halos, my lip, things in the engine bay, just my grills. A lot of questions about where I got these parts. I just created a website for you guys where there's links to almost everything on my car, plus a lot more that you may want for your E36 or your BMW. So before you go type it in the comments, just open up the description, click the link, head over to the website, and see what's there. One of the things that I changed on this car was putting these corner markers back to the stock looking ambers that we had here in the United States. And I really like that look. I used some nightshade spray to make this a little bit darker to match the tint that I have on my headlights and on my fog lights, just meet the overall look. But I think it is time for a change. So there's some stuff under here we're gonna be doing, but you can also see, I picked up some Depot tinted corner lights that are clear. Ooh, okay, yeah, I can see that sucker right down there. Don't break. Ooh, yeah, just like that. Make sure when you buy these things as well, if you don't know, there's a big difference between the way these look on the sedan and then the coupe and convertible. So make sure that they're specific to the car that you have, or you're gonna be sad when you buy the wrong one that shows up at your house. I think I got pretty lucky because like the tint shades between these corner lights right here and then my headlights is really close to each other. All right, and they just slide in just like that. I think they're in there. There you go. I know I just got done telling you guys about how I thought that these things matched my headlights really well, but once I got it in there and looked at it right next to each other, it was obviously quite a bit lighter. So let me show you guys this product I've used before that I really like. It's called Nightshades. It's you can buy it at like AutoZone or any auto parts store, but you can see in the picture when you spray it, it will turn your lights, whatever you spray them on, totally black. I do not like that. Also, when you do spray that stuff on thick, it's like a matte finish, and I don't like it to look that way. I like it to be shiny because I think matte finish on lights looks kind of cheap. But anyways, check it out. I did 2 really, really light coats on the other one, and that looks way darker. Well, noticeably darker for sure, not so silver as the one that's not sprayed. So I just have to get that one done. But if we look at this, next to my headlight, compared to what it looked like over there, you can obviously see that that tint is almost like a perfect match with my headlights, and I love it. And that's literally all it takes. Dang, that looks sweet. Oh man. Right when I put that in there, I realized I think I kind of like that a lot more than the orange. I don't know why I've had this in there for that long. Maybe it's just because I just changed something and so it's new and that's why I like it, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm gonna pull it out in a little bit so you guys can get a better look, but we aren't done changing the front end. We just got started, come on. But this is just the first step. Oh my gosh, what do you guys think? That looks sweet. Really, really good match between that and the headlights after I sprayed that. Besides just buying those corner lights, and honestly, it makes such a huge difference just getting that little piece, I also bought something else. Let me show you guys, check it out. I got some Laminex tint. These are for the fog lights. These ones are yellow. It's a pair. But then I also bought some gray tint again because I freaking hate it and I want to go back to the way it was before. Laminex is a product that I've used on basically all my cars, and I really, really like it for a couple reasons, especially if you have an older BMW and have glass headlights or fog lights or whatever. So it's kind of thick. It provides some cushion. I also have some tint of Laminex on my fog lights. That's why they look a little gray. I am sure that the reason why my headlights or my fog lights haven't broken from a rocket is because I have Laminex on there. So they have clear films, they have slight tinted, really dark tinted, red, yellow, orange, whatever you can really think of that you'd want to use on your car, and they come pre-cut, so you just install them. They're really great. If you guys want to try out some Laminex like I have on my car, just go in the description and look. I included a link, and if you use that link, you'll get 20% off on your purchase as well. The stuff that I have on my fog lights is like the lightest tint shade they have, appropriately called tint, if you want to get this same look. But look at the difference. So I pull that off. That kind of silvery Altezza look, I really don't like it. So I had to get these things tinted. I also wanted to protect the lenses so they last a really long time. And there's honestly not a better way to do it. And even if you don't have like glass lenses that you want to protect, it's really good for the plastic ones too, because it prevents all that stupid pitting from all the rocks hitting it and making it have kind of a hazy finish with all the dips in the plastic. Here's the difference what it looks like. You basically just slap it on there and then trim the edges. Here's the yellow stuff I'm about to put on. It's super easy. Really, really easy to put this stuff on, just like any other tint. Just get it wet, get your fingers wet. Woohoo! Make sure it's the right side, because they have cut it to fit. Fumble with the stupid backing for 20 minutes. Pull it off. And don't be too worried, because if it sucks the way that you put it on, you can just pull it off and do it again. I think that actually turned out pretty good. And then you just work out all the water. If you can't get it all out, it eventually just comes out anyways, just after being out in the sun for a while. But now all you gotta do is just take a razor blade and trim around the very edges where it might be overhanging a little bit. And there you go. So ridiculous with half of it one way and half the other. I wanted to be able to get some good comparisons though of the one side versus the other. Ooh, man, that looks mean. I don't know. Put it down in the comments what you guys think. I'm not quite decided yet. I'm probably gonna have to drive this around for a little while to be able to make a decision on what I think is gonna look the best. At least it was quiet until I got here and took advantage of the opportunity to do some revs and let you guys hear the exhaust again because I just love it so much. But that's not what today's video is about. Oh my gosh, look at how different this car looks. I swear, if you saw two pictures of this car the way it was before we did all this today and then the way it was after, the way it is right now, you wouldn't even know that it was the same car. It's crazy that something so little can make such a huge change again on how the car looks. What a huge difference. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I love it. It's probably gonna stay this way for a while. These parts too, between like these fog light covers and then these corner lights only cost about 50 bucks. So you can see how drastic of a change you can make on your car without having to spend a ton of money. $50, not a big deal. You like it more? You like it more with the headlights?
Yes, I told you to do the smoke.
Yeah.